Welcome back to Vors Physical Media. I'm Vanessa and he's Charles. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and keep hitting that bell notification to let you know every single time we post a video. We are going to be doing a movie review, and it is a Scream Factory title, and it is John Carpenter's Vampires. But before I show you the alternate slip, this is actually the slip that you get with it. So here's the front and the spine and the back of it. Here's the alternate slip, the front, the spine, and the back. And we have the original artwork up. And there is disc artwork. So he's actually going to tell you about the movie, since I'm not feeling the best.
No. You guys should have seen this movie by now. This is obviously a 4K upgrade. Scream Factory put this out, and a Blu-ray disc, which actually looked pretty good. Now with the 4K upgrade, it looked pretty damn good. I thought
it did too, but, especially all the colors.
More or less, this movie is about vampires and vampire hunters. You have one of the Baldwins in it, Stephen Baldwin, I believe it is, and James Wood is your main vampire hunter. He's pretty much the leader of the group of people that he keeps getting together. Obviously, he loses a priest, so he has to move on, find another priest, because the master keeps hiding in places they can't seem to find him. He's a little bit smarter in the beginning than what most vampires would be.
Yeah, but, well, the master normally, according to James Wood's character, he normally stays with all of his people. Well, he didn't.
Yeah, kind of confused him a little bit. But mainly it's them going around trying to figure out where the master is and who he's getting. So, but the master end up striking at a party because earlier that day, James Wood and all of his vampire hunters went in and killed a bunch of vampires. Well, that pissed...
A coven.
Yeah. He basically pissed off the master. So, the master came on later that evening when they were celebrating all the vampires that they killed, and he pretty much slaughtered the place. And he actually found one girl that Stephen Baldwin actually ends up falling in love with. So, yep. He finds her in a hotel and ends up biting her. So, as you know, with vampires, they can sense each other and they can see each other. So, James Wood and Stephen Baldwin kind of use her to their advantage. They can see where the master is, where they might be coming from, or what's going to be happening. But they had to end up going to find a priest, another priest. So, they end up finding a younger priest who was kind of a little pussy in the beginning. He wanted to be a vampire hunter / killer, but he just couldn't
get past that they're not people anymore.
Yeah, so it was rather entertaining because James Wood was kind of a dick in this movie, which I rather enjoyed because he played that part to the key, and Stephen Baldwin was actually a dickhead too. So, but mainly it's them going after the vampires coming after the hunters, mainly the master, because he wants to get a hold of this, what was that thing called?
A Black Cross.
Black Cross, which would, if he would get that, they do the ritual and all that with the priest, and James Wood use his blood, since he's like the lead vampire hunter. He could walk during the day and not be affected and burned up like most vampires are when they come out in daylight. So that was his goal of the movie, and James Wood's goal was to kill the master. Get rid of all the vampires where people could live a normal life without not getting killed by vampires every night or turned into vampires per se. But the final showdown is excellent.
Yes.
I'm not going to even say anything that happens, but it is a great movie. You guys should have seen it by now. So that's pretty much what the movie's about. I don't think I could elaborate on anything else without giving everything
too much away.
But let her read off the special features.
Okay, so disc 1 is your 4K, and it has a new 4K restoration from the original camera negative. It is presented in Dolby Vision, and there is an audio commentary with director John Carpenter. Now, disc 2, which is your Blu-ray, it has a new 4K restoration from the original camera negative, the same audio commentary with John Carpenter as the 4K, Time to Kill Some Vampires, interviews with John Carpenter, producer Sandy King Carpenter, and cinematographer Gary B. Kribbe, Jack the Slayer, interview with actor James Woods, The First Vampire, interview with actor Thomas Ian Griffith, Raising the Stakes, interview with special effects artist Greg Nicotero, Padre, the interview with actor Tim Guinea, original making of feature, theatrical trailer, TV spots, and still gallery. The only new thing on this is actually the 4K restoration from the original camera negative. Everything else has been ported over.
So you're basically paying for the 4K upgrade. Now, is it worth it? I would say yes. I'm a big fan of this movie. You know, anything that comes John Carpenter from Scream Factory, it's going to get a 4K upgrade at some point. But this was definitely welcome. This movie looked damn good. Collars popped off the screen, especially the
all the oranges and
all
reds.
the oranges and red, definitely,
and of course the blood.
Yeah.
Too, that popped very well.
And the sunset definitely looked really good, and so did the when it got dark. You know, some movies look kind of dull
and grayish.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It was like when it's supposed to be black, it was black.
But it didn't look like a fully brand new movie that you would see nowadays where there's no grain at all. You do have grain in it, which is good. Makes you feel like you're still watching a
you have to look
movie.
for it.
You have to look for it, but it's not it like most movies are nowadays. You see no grain.
Yeah.
You actually see a little bit in here. You just got to look for it. But picture from beginning to end was excellent. I mean, I can't really say too much about how the color timing was great.
Yes.
And the depth of the movie was great. It's obviously in what is it?
Go ahead.
2.35.1, and it has DTS HD Master Audio 5.1, which was carried over from the Blu-ray disc, and it has the original stereo mix, which if you guys seen it back in the day in the theater, that's what it sounded like. So, but
this comes out actually this Tuesday, February 11th.
I would say it's worth it. The 4K upgrade, I mean, you're paying just basically for the movie. So, if you're a big fan of this movie, I would get this day one.
Yep. If you've never seen this, I would still get this day one, because this is like one of the really great vampire movies out there, besides Near Dark. But this is like up there with that one.
No new special features, unfortunately, but it's possible that they couldn't have got it anymore. But at least you got the upgrade. I think it's well worth it. I give this movie, let alone a 5 out of 5, as far as like the movie itself. There's a very good story to this movie that keeps your attention. James Woods' antics throughout the movie keeps your attention because he's a total asshole the whole movie. But just that line of work you have to be.
Yeah, and you kind of fall in love with Stephen Baldwin's character too, how he is.
Yeah,
he's like the opposite. In the beginning, it's funny because he's a lot like James Woods, but then he starts to fall for her, so you get to build that story with him, which is a good balance between both of them.
Long legs and a big ass. Chica. Yeah. But presentation, definitely a 5 out of 5. Sound, I don't think you could have did any better on the sound. The sound clicked. I thought it sounded really good. It didn't really need Dolby Atmos, to be honest with you. So
there wasn't enough like explosions or anything, but definitely like when you see the fire when the vampires are getting burned from the sunlight, that really glowed.
So it's like a reddish orange. It really I don't know if you guys remember Mad Max, the newest one.
Furiosa?
Yes, that one, or Fury Road, one of the two, which one had the real heavy fire in it. I forget which one that was. That's what that fire looked like. It it was bright gold and red. So if you remember that from that is what this fire looked like. So it really pops off your screen. Now, for special features, obviously I'd have to give it a 1 out of 5 because there's nothing new.
But like you said, they may not have been able to get anybody to do any
Right.
special features.
that would bring it down to maybe a 4. But for the movie itself, 5. Would I recommend it on day one? Yes, I would. Just because it's a great movie. And I would definitely recommend this alternate slip. This alternate slip is cool looking. Obviously, you get this at Shout Scream Factory website. So
whoever does their artwork for their stuff does such a great, amazing job for every alternate slip that comes out.
John Carpenter's fans rejoice. We got another one. So I'm happy. I'm happy with it. Scream did a wonderful job on the transfer. That is our review on John Carpenter's Vampires coming from Shout Scream. Available this coming Tuesday. Pick it up. Well worth it. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you on next one.
Bye.